Hi, my name is Ria and I'm with Alicia, Lena, and Isha tackling the problems of mobile advisors, using the solution of mobile advisors as well as the internship program for Kidogo for the Mamapreneurs. So we really wanted to kind of base all our solutions around helping Mamapreneurs and really helping Kidogo scale as a company, because we believe that a strong company is backed up by strong people. The Mamapreneurs are really the leaders of the Kidogo centers, and it's almost like their own business. So we really felt the importance to give them as many tools, confidence, skills as needed. And one of the solutions that we came up with was using a mobile advisory line. So you can find more information in the deck that will be linked down below with our implementation plan and hiring different people for the mobile advisor position, as well as the benefits of the solution, the implications, the problem we're trying to tackle, etc. But I'm going to give you a brief rundown of what we're trying to do. So some of the problems that we identified with Mamapreneurs was not having enough confidence. Mamapreneurs live in a very collectivist society and they're really close to the people around them, but oftentimes they're not really given the skills to be able to have the confidence or have mental models built in. And this is because they don't come from a background of things like proper education or even having programs like TKS to be able to help them and teach them all these different things. So we thought that why don't we tackle this solution using a mobile advisory line? And the way that this would work was that there would be someone set up at the Kidogo headquarters, and Kidogo could hire them internally since Kidogo knows what's best for their company and kind of can bend those flexible payment plans to match their own values and etc. But they would hire the hotline person, the advisory person, to be able to take emergency calls from Mamapreneurs. And every single time Mamapreneur had a question or an emergency, they would be able to call this advisory person or this coaching person, this mentor, at the HQ, and they would respond with the proper guidance and etc. Some of the qualities that we're looking for when it comes to an advisor is obviously being confident, having good built-in mental models, able to understand situations, able to calm down the Mamapreneurs in time of need. Another problem that we recognize with the Mamapreneurs is not being able to collect fees when it comes to parents. And obviously, to be able to ask anyone anything, it does take immense confidence. But with the Mamapreneurs, again, they're not trained in that same way. And while there are programs in place like the personality and confidence program, it doesn't really address a lot of these concerns around the Mamapreneurs not having resources to be able to really make an impact within their Kidogo centers and represent Kidogo accurately or have a strong representation of the company. So that's why we thought that having one-on-one coaching would be much better. The advisor would be able to hold the Mamapreneurs accountable and be able to help them through really tough times. The personality and confidence program would be able to address the Mamapreneurs, but in really large cohorts. So it wouldn't really make a good situation when it comes to one-on-one training and coaching. So that's why we thought the advisory line would be a really good solution to even increase revenue. Like we said, emergency calls and emergency features would also be a huge part of this advisory line, which is one of the reasons why we wanted to implement it in the first place. If two Mamapreneurs were to call in to the HQ for an advisor or any conflicts like that happens, then obviously the advisor would have to put one of them on hold and address them one at a time. And Kidogo would be giving these Mamapreneurs a certain amount of credits that they can use to call them for advice, emergency situations, and etc. It's up to the Mamapreneurs to decide how they want to use these credits. But Kidogo will basically be able to reimburse them for any calls that they make, especially for local calls, because we also know that it costs a certain amount to do that in Kenya for local calls, since the Mamapreneurs are the proprietor of them. So that's basically a little rundown of how the advisory hotline works. There's definitely more information in the deck, which will be linked down below, but we just want to give you a quick rundown of what we're optimizing and what problems the hotline is solving. We really believe that a strong company, again, is made up of strong people, and we really want to benefit Kidogo and help Kidogo scale out of Kenya, and the Mamapreneurs can be a huge asset to this.